Bonjour YouTube, welcome back with another video. In today's video, Zibai just released and I've been able to test her quite a bit today on stream. I just finished the stream, we tested her for like multiple hours. I tried different teams, different weapons, different setups, etc. And in today's video, I'm gonna tell you my opinion on the character, show you a bit more, a bit of her teams and gameplay and stuff like that, and also talk about her gameplay combo, rotations, and stuff like that. And also compare her to Flynn's and Nefer, of course, because she's the new Lunar DPS, so we kind of need to see how good she performs compared to the other ones. And I'll showcase her in Stygian and a little bit of Abyss as well. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share the video if you can, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. So first, I got C0 R1. Actually, I got C1 because I tried to pull for a few Ilugas, and I did 200 pulls and I only got C2 Iluga, so I got kind of cooked. C1 Zibai before C6 Iluga. That's really great. I got her signature weapon. In terms of talents, she's crowned on the skill, and her stats are pretty solid, have pretty good stats. And then with C2 Ilua, I will be running Ilua on 4-piece Silken Moon Serenade, and then I'll be running Bina on the Obeyed of Morning Star. So that's going to be the setup. If you have C2 Ilua, honestly, it's basically the best setup with the most DPS. And I will be showcasing with Zhongli or Goro, depending. I will show different teams. So first, real quick, before I get into it, I'll just recap what you need to do to maximize your Zibai's damage. So first, you need to max out the skill. This is the most important part of her kit that will deal the most damage. Level up the burst to 8, 9, even 10 if you want. Like the second hit of the burst will deal Lunar Crystallized damage. So it will be buffed by all your different buffs from the rest of your team. And then the normal attack talent is completely useless. It literally just buffs the physical normal attack, so I wouldn't recommend leveling it up at all unless you want to triple crown her, which I will probably do eventually just because I like her a lot. After that, in terms of artifact set, it's going to be Night of the Skies and Veiling. You want to go for defense, and then crit damage or crit rate depending what weapon. Most of the time it's going to be crit damage. Even if you're running crit damage weapon, it will depend your substat. Here I have a lot of crit rate substat. Actually, I have 10 crit rate on every single piece, so I don't really need more crit rate in the substat. And if you have C6 Ilua, he also gives even more crit rate. He gives 5 at C0 and he gives 10 at C6. So depending what constellation, you will not need that much crit rate on your Zibai. 60 is usually going to be enough. And then finally, for weapons, as I said earlier, her signature is the best, of course, but you don't really need her signature. C1 is actually better technically. So if you can get C1 rather than her signature, and if you have Chiori's weapon or Al-Haytham's weapon, it's great. Harbinger is also great, and then the craftable from Nalan is going to be pretty nice as well at R5. It's really, really good. So she has a lot of options. She doesn't really need her signature. After that, getting C6 Ilua is going to be insane. Like, it's really, really big for her. The C4 gives you defense, the C6 gives you even more crit and even more EM, so it's a huge increase of DPS. But he works great at C2. At C0, he's okay. I will try to show some C0 a little bit later. I recorded some C0 during the stream, so I'll try to see if I can put that in the video. And then, yeah, basically, C2 is nice, so you can run him on Silken Moon, and then you can go DPS set on Bina, and it will maximize your damage actually overall. And then for Ilua, you want as much EM as possible. So here I have 900. He ascends with EM as well, so he's going to get even a bit more at level 90. So try to maximize that. Weapon, either Dragon's Bane or Kitane Cross Spear for maximum EM. Kitane gives you a bit of energy, but less EM. So depending how much energy substat you have to choose between those two, but Dragon's Bane otherwise is definitely the best option. And you want to max out his burst as much as possible. Crown it if you can. It's going to be an insane amount of damage bonus. So here, as you can see, I only have level 8, and I could get a bit more EM as well. I don't have Dragon's Bane level 90, and I'm missing a few. Here, I don't have EM substat, for example. I could get a bit more EM here. I don't have ER here, so he could be a bit better, but 200 ER with 900 EM is basically a pretty good build. It's just the crown on the burst that would make a pretty decent difference. And of course, I have C2 Ilua here, so I'm not going to be able to show C6. And then finally, hopefully you got C6 Goro. If you already have him at C6 as well, like, it's a really insane constellation for the team. You can go Instructor Goro as well to get an extra 120 EM, and just Favonius get as much energy as possible for Goro, and that's basically going to be enough. Now in terms of DPS, overall Zibai is a little bit worse than Nefer and Flint's premium team, but she's actually not that far off. She can reach like 150, 160k DPS without C6 Ilua. With C6 Ilua you can go 170, something like that. So she's pretty good, honestly, and she's basically better than most other DPS that are non-lunar. So she's gonna be better than Varisa. She's gonna be slightly better than Skirk as well, and she's gonna be similar to C0R1 Mawika outside of Melt Team. So first, how does Zibai fare in Stygian Onslaught? Well, in Stygian Onslaught, in the first boss, the dog, the Abyss boss, she's doing honestly pretty good. In Fearless difficulty, in Dire, you will need absolutely C6 Ilua and C6 Goro to be able to clear the Dire difficulty. Unless you have a very good Inefa and Bina, it's potentially doable as well with Inefa, Bina, Ilua, but Ilua C6 will be game changing. A few people have been able to clear, but without C6 Ilua, it's almost impossible. I mean, even Nefer already struggling kind of without her best premium team and without really good stats. So Zibai at the moment is a little bit weaker than Nefer, so she really needs C6 Ilua if she wants to be close to Nefer's DPS. But otherwise, she clears Fearless pretty comfortably with C0 or C2 Ilua. You can go with basically any other team. Combina, you can do Aino with Inefa, you can do Combina Aino, you can do basically any combo of Zibai team if you have a decent build, plus the builds are optimized in terms of like support stuff. Like Instructor and SMS, you will be able to clear the Fearless difficulty of the boss somewhat comfortably. It's not going to be like an easy clear depending like what's your team. If you're using like, if you're not using her premium team, it might be a bit tricky, but overall it's not too bad. Now when we compare to Nefer, her DPS is a little bit under, so like with her premium team, with C6 Ilua, she should be able to reach somewhere around the 170k DPS. Maybe a little bit lower depending on your builds. Nefer can get a bit higher than this, honestly, even without Nahida and just Sucrose. So she's not there yet. Maybe in the future, if we get a 5-star Lunar Crystallize buffer, like support on top of Ilua, it might get there, but for now she's slightly under. Same as Flint, she's a little bit under Flint's Bina, Inefa, Sucrose team. Now you can see that all her teams in terms of DPS are not that far from each other. It's about 5 to 10k DPS between every team. So I tested Chiori, I tested Goro, I tested Zhongli. Goro with Goro C6 is going to be the best, of course. My Goro here doesn't even have the crown on the skill, so I'm still missing some damage. Ilua is not crown either, so I can probably get 5 to 10k more DPS when everything is maxed. So she's still solid with R1. And everyone is on 4-star weapons as well in these showcase, except Chiori, maybe if I use Chiori. So you can see that we can still reach a decent amount of damage. Now after that, if you don't have her signature weapon, any 5-star option will be about 5 to 10k DPS less than her signature. When I mean any 5-star option, I mean Alhaitham weapon and Chiori weapon. Farina weapon as well, kind of, but you generally don't want a weapon that gives elemental damage bonus or normal attack damage bonus or stuff like that. So Chiori weapon is going to be the best after her signature, and then Alhaitham gives a bit of crit rate as well in the substat, so it's nice. The other ones are kind of whatever. Harbinger of Dawn is going to be about 15-20k DPS less than her signature, and the craftable is going to be pretty similar as well. Unfortunately, I can't use the craftable right now because I didn't level it up, and also I can't use Harbinger because I don't have the artifacts to move around my stats, unfortunately, so I can't show it here, but that's basically what it is. And you can also check my last YouTube video where I show the weapon comparison. But yeah, it's about 20k DPS difference between her signature and Harbinger, and about 10k with the other 5-star. Could be a bit higher depending, like a bit bigger difference depending your substats and your artifacts and if all your builds are optimized, but that's around this. Now, in terms of combo, there's a combo on Zibai that has been discovered recently. I think we've seen it on Bilibili for the first time. I'm not sure if this combo is actually better DPS in general. It doesn't seem 100% consistent. Sometimes you can get it every time. Sometimes it doesn't seem to line up the energy generation properly. Also, if you have some ping, it feels like Zibai is really dependent on ping, similar to Chlorand Bone of Life generation, or even the Verdundu generation with Nefertim. It feels like the ping impacts it a little bit. I tried on Asia server at first and it felt pretty bad. On EU it feels good otherwise, so I think it might be an issue with the ping sometimes. But yeah, that combo, basically you do your 2 normal attack combos fully. So you do 2 and 4. So normal attack until the Lunar Crystallize hit twice. And then, so you will maximize your gauge, your lunar gauge on the side, and then you can do 2 skills in a row, then 1 normal attack, and you will be able to do another skill. And then when you use your burst, you will be able to do another skill afterwards. So you're basically going to be able to do almost 4 skills in a row, and it's really fast. It makes your rotation a bit faster. It seems inconsistent, honestly. Like sometimes you get it, sometimes it doesn't seem to line up with the energy generation with the lunar crystallize reaction or something like that, if the enemies are moving and stuff like that. So you can give it a try to that combo. I don't know if it's 100% better. Otherwise, the regular gameplay with Zibai is going to be 4 normal attacks, get that lunar crystallized normal attack on the 4th hit, and then use your skill and then repeat. Cancel the animation of the last normal attack with the skill. It basically helps a little bit, and then use your burst, get another skill, and then repeat your rotation. One thing to keep in mind is that if you're using Goro as well, his burst cooldown is a little bit longer than your Zibai rotation technically. I mean, depending if you do the combos or not, but in general, you might just want to burst once every 2 rotations. Because it might make your rotation faster overall. Also, his burst doesn't really do anything. It just gives you a bit of, it's just a healing from the C4 basically, so it's kind of whatever. So as I said earlier, overall she's a very good DPS. She can feel a bit weird to play at first, and her DPS can be a little bit weird at first. But honestly, she's basically in the top 5 DPS in the game at the moment. Especially if you get C6 Ilua, she's gonna be absolutely cracked. And she has very good free-to-play options. She's really free-to-play friendly to build as well, so she's very nice. And honestly, I think that's pretty much it for this Zibai Day 1 video. There's not much to say about her. She doesn't have like a ton of team options, and her gameplay is pretty straightforward. She's a solid DPS. She's not game-breaking at the moment. She might get better in the future though if we get a 5-star Lunar Crystallize support. Not guaranteed, but let's hope for it. And she might be even broken, honestly, if we get a 5-star Lunar Crystallized support, but hey, we'll see. Honestly, I love her design. She's beautiful. She has beautiful animation. Her story was great in the Lantern Rite Festival, so if you like her, honestly, go for it. She's a good pull, and you basically get her full team in the banner. Even without Colombina, if you got C6, I know she's gonna be fine. So yeah, if you like her, go for it. If you have Colombina, she's even better, and even if you don't get C6 Ilua, she's still gonna be fine. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about her in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Okay, wait, is there a mob that doesn't move? Maybe I go on I go dragon boss? Cause like, it's kind of cringe that it's moving. Wait, so what's the... I do this and then I do beam, bam. What the fuck is this shit? Stop turning! What are you turning, bro? What are you doing? Stop, please. What the fuck? Okay, the DPS feels better for sure. I need more energy on the... Oh, I'm missing one energy on Goro, Sag. He's going the other side now. We're going like 130k, 135 probably, something like that. It's probably... Oh my god, bro. Yeah, 135k. Maybe if it doesn't move, it's fine, but...